Good afternoon, Scorpio. How are you guys doing? This is David with Tarot and Astrology for All, here to give you your monthly reading for the next 28 to 31 days. Let's see. Now, nothing's coming to mind right now when I think about the sign of Scorpio, other than uh, the fact that pretty soon there's going to be a stellium or the stellium of inner planets and Mars, of course, which are going to be going through your sign here within the next couple months. Now, I don't want to get too astrologically technical about it, but you guys have Jupiter going through your second sign, so there's a lot of. I feel there's a big. How would I say? There's a big feeling revolving around self-worth, how you guys view yourself, whether you view yourself as fun and adventurous as other people may view you. And of course, this does deal with 11th house matters, uh, with the sign of Virgo in your 11th house. And with all of the planets going through there right now, there's a big focus on like just talking to other people, long distance communication, things like that. Um, Generally, I feel that there is there's a big train of thought on that, but you're trying to view the beauty in everything that's going on within your 11th house matters. Now, with everything going in your 11th house, and then you have Jupiter in your second house, um, you're really looking at people out there, but you're really focusing on yourself too. Now, with uh, Saturn and Pluto in your third house, there's a very big change going on within your communication. And look at that, the fox. That's cool. It just came out right now. So, with this fox energy, I do feel like there is a sort of there's a sort of something that you're looking at, but there's a certain something that you have to focus on. This could probably be something monetary in nature or something to do with earthly matters. But you have Earth as your wait no yeah, you have Earth as your third house. You have the sign of Capricorn, and so I feel like with Saturn, it's helping you to focus on how best to communicate what it is that you want. And with Pluto in your third house, you guys are definitely going towards um, clearing out what doesn't need to be in your life or doesn't need to be said, and you guys are focusing more on a transformative, being able to transform people with your communication. With any planets that you guys might have in Capricorn, those planets are being affected by Pluto and by Saturn at the same time, simultaneously. Now, uh, I want to go ahead and draw another card here so I can gain some clarification on what kind of energies are going to be uh, affecting you guys. Okay, the Gazelle. So there is the setting of the sun on a certain empire, a certain something that you guys are doing. And from my experience, everybody is experiencing the ending of some kind of cycle, the conclusion of something. And with the Gazelle, I feel like there's an ending of something, but there is a beginning of something else. But your passion may be stuck on whatever it is that the situation may have created, and may have created some kind of complacency, in you guys. And this is the reason why you guys don't want to move on. You guys are fixated on something. That's another F word that I think, and a good F word, not a bad one, right? So with the Gazelle, I have the feeling like you're watching, the last vestiges of what could be your comfort zone disappearing. And I feel like there's some type of ending coming, and I feel like you're dreading it, but you are looking at it from an intellectual standpoint, and you guys may have noted that this ending was already coming to place from a while back. But let's see what the cards have to say uh, or let's see what the book has to say about the cards and about what kind of energy you guys are going to be working with. Keep in mind, you guys do have the raccoon, and it shows somebody who's talented, but somebody that's shadowy or that is in hiding. So I do feel like you guys are hiding or shying away from this new beginning, and it's necessary for you guys to move into this new beginning comfortably, but also confidently. So the fox energy is right next to the raccoon. See? Raccoon and fox. Um, I feel like this is right next to you. You're hanging on to the past, or at least looking to the past. But the fox is smart. It could be a strong partner or mate, or a wise teacher, or this could simply be me. Could be you and your intuition. You know, your higher self, or this could be me in this message. Uh, the fox is an enchanting creature with plenty of mystique to go around. Fox personalities are skillful in business and also make great teachers. They are quick to learn and adapt well to new situations. Fox are ideal life partners as they commit to the relationships for the long term, and their natural charisma keeps things exciting. Fox energy helps us to stay true to those most dear to us when this card appears. Reconnect those to reconnect to those you love. Or when this card appears, reconnect to those you love. So this could be reconnecting to a partner. This partner could be a fox partner. Um, but to bring it into balance, you need that connection. Foxes don't do well when they slip away. So when it's out of balance, it's sneaky and it's unsure of its identity. I feel like some of you Scorpios might be having identity crises. With the moon right there on the cusp right now between Libra and um, Scorpio, your sign, I feel like you guys are stuck somewhere in a relationship. There's some type of something going on in a relationship. Like maybe a certain partner might be in jail. A certain partner might be undergoing some kind of rehab or something like that. You know, there's a certain clearing out of a person's uh, impurities, and so that they can heal. But I do feel like there's a need for a connection within this partnership that you guys might be undergoing, or within a connection you have to somebody else. Maybe it's this connection to this comfortable life that you guys may have created for yourselves that it's coming to an end. It's dying, and it's necessary for you guys to get ready for this next stage that's going on. So right now, I'm gonna go look for the gazelle. And the gazelle is about heightened awareness and ability, but it also shows vulnerability. So the gazelle represents supreme grace. With every move, there's awe-inspiring beauty amidst sophistication and elegance. I feel like this is the energy that you are trying to hold on to, trying to encompass. But the gazelle personalities are often hyper aware of their surroundings, bordering on hypervigilance. So, they're overtly or excessively worried about what's in their environment and, what might be passing through, what information might be coming through. And this can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty they spent so much effort cultivating. But no more worrying about all of those predators out there in the wild. They're going to be there. All you have to do is when this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment. Sit down, find your breath, and acknowledge the bounty that surrounds you. Let it nourish your gentle spirit. So, to bring it back into balance, yin yoga, a cozy home, or good food. These are all things that generate positive energy and positive vibes. And I feel that's what you guys need. You guys are in need of some positive vibes. And I do feel like that's why you guys feel like you're alone. You guys feel like there is nobody that can uphold you as you move on uh, into this next stage. Now, the energy of the fox, as I was telling you, being next to the energy of the raccoon, I want to go back to this or to this raccoon energy because I feel like you are in hiding and you're looking at this future like I don't know if I can get this. I don't know if this is possible. And you have a lot of talent in you, Scorpio. Scorpio has 3 levels of in their totem, and in each of these levels, they learn how much capacity they have. They learn about this transformative power that they have. So raccoon energy is at play within all artists to a greater or lesser degree at best, and I feel that maybe some of you guys may be artists. It indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or creative tool. It's a shadow side point to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. Like I said, with Jupiter going on in your second house, you guys are very, very focused on who you are, what you're worth, what your talents are, and things of that nature. I feel like I'm repeating myself, and I feel like I'm gonna repeat myself when I draw cards from the Rider Waite. But let's continue. Sometimes and this is around self-image and success. Sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. So I feel like maybe there might be a mask that you have to put on, and this isn't for the sake of hiding who you are from people, but this is more in the sense of being able to kind of get comfortable with it first before you show your true abilities. Other times it limits creativity though. So think, am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I am ready to grow into something more? This raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until the creative ego fear is resolved. So you have to go inside. You have to focus this. And I feel like this energy is the energy that's going to help you with focusing in on that type of mentality or that type of need for self-creative uh, expression, but self-creative growth. Now, when it's out of balance, you guys will have food allergies, you guys will have insomnia, and generally, you guys will not be able to sleep because of those racing thoughts through your mind. But when you have it in balance, it's graceful, perceptive, and artistic. And I feel like your artistic um, skills and abilities can really pop out this month. You guys have the ability to connect to these things. So let's see what's going on in the next 28 to 31 days and how you guys can best work with the energies that are going to be presented so that you guys have the ability to move forward with grace and compassion and a heightened sense of intuition and knowledge. Okay, so you guys are heading towards happiness. Now, it's I don't know if this is usually something that happens to a lot of tarot readers, but I don't draw the sun on the first card very often. So I have that feeling that you guys are going towards a very, very positive state, but you guys have to do the inner work of you know of becoming aware of your own talents, your own abilities, so that you can express them favorably, so that you can be happy, so that your soul feels fulfilled. Because the sun is not just about being happy; it's also about expression. And look at that, you guys got the King of Swords in the upright. The King of Swords, it knows, it has a very very heightened intuition, and it has a very very high level of intelligence and smartness. So it's very good that I had the King of Swords come out right under the fox. Very good. It's just further repeating what it is that I've been saying so far. Now, I do feel like some of you guys will be tapping into the this sensual or artistic energy from uh, from within you. You guys will be harnessing this energy in an intelligent manner, which is very, very good because the sun is all about expression. So when you express your true nature, and this naked figure right here, he doesn't have to hide behind anything. He doesn't have to hide behind clothes, which create a certain status. He's free to be who he wants to be. He's made it over the hurdles. He's made it down the road, going in between those two towers of the moon card. And he has, in a sense, come out the other side a renewed person, somebody who can express themselves in a state where they don't have to worry about what other people think. So, okay, if you guys give me a minute, I will go ahead and continue this. I will have to uh, go ahead and step out for a second. Alright, so Scorpio, sorry about that interruption. Uh, in my time, it took forever, and I am out of breath right now. So I am looking to see what I can do to bring some liquid back into my throat. So let's see, something refreshing like a cold water bottle. Anyways, so getting back to your reading, your ideas, you're focused on something, Scorpio, and there's the setting sun on this last part of your this last part of a cycle that you're on, and I see you heading towards happiness. There is going to be happiness during the month, and you guys are going to be in a heightened state of awareness. You guys are going to be mentally flexible, so this is actually very, very good. I like to see this kind of energy, and I do feel like you guys are going to be connecting with people intellectually. You guys are going to be connecting to people who uh, you can talk to on the intellectual level and kind of brainstorm and stuff like that. Because that's what the fox likes to do. It likes to brainstorm. It likes to observe. I do see you uh, having to like stand your ground. I do feel that you're gonna have to fight for your position this month. Um, but I do feel like within these next 28 to 31 days that you see this video, you are going to have some issues. However, I do see you overcoming them. I do see you having the higher ground in this situation. But do assess, you know, these things that go on in life because it is necessary for you to gain some type of information or intelligence behind it. Now, I do see that like you guys will be a little bit, uh, well, I wouldn't say down and out, but you guys have the strength card in the reverse, so I do feel like some of you guys may feel vulnerable to some degree. But I do feel like you guys will have to stand your ground regardless, and this is actually going to show you your true power. So let's see what other card comes out, right? Okay, the Emperor in the reverse. So the Emperor in the reverse tells me that there may be a situation where, it's going to make you feel vulnerable, therefore it's going to make you feel a certain type of way. Don't worry about that, Scorpio. Do realize that you got the sun right here. You got the happiness that you need right now. You got the sun shining upon you. The idea that I get from this strength in reverse and the Emperor, don't try to fight these changes that are happening. Try to turn these energies around. The strength card can be synonymous with the Emperor card in the sense that the Emperor has strength. He has power. He has uh, everything that is encompassed by the strength card in the upright. And I did feel like maybe you might be using your strength for uh, malicious purposes. Maybe you might be having to use your strength for uh, or your ability to command and manipulate things, for evil gains or for evil intentions. But let's see what the cards tell us as they come out, and let's see what the universe needs to tell you as a message moving forward. To clarify, okay, so this happiness is connected to something that you're going to be walking away from, right? Or something that you're going to be moving away from. For others, this could mean that you're going to be moving from one place to another. Some of you guys might be going overseas, moving from one country to another, emigrating. Um, I do feel that for others of you, though, this just means that you guys are going to be walking from a certain idea, a certain perspective. Maybe you guys are going to be changing to a new perspective. You guys are maybe going to have, uh, maybe you guys are going to attain the focus, what you've been focusing on, and then moving on to something else. Having putting your focus on something else. Maybe you guys were aiming towards uh, a certain position in life, a certain sense of comfort. Maybe some of you guys have been uh, suffering a little bit. So let's see what. Let's clarify the King of Swords. Okay, Queen of Swords. Wow, interesting. So with the Queen of Swords, you guys are wanting to connect on an intellectual level, like I was mentioning earlier. And with the Queen of Swords, you know, both the Queen and the King right here, I feel like you guys will know exactly what you want. You guys will know exactly what you need to say. You guys will know exactly the points that need to be made in order to make yourself not just heard, but also to have your demands met. And let's see, what is it that you guys are going to have to stand up for, or maybe stand up against? Um, I want to say stand up against because, nah, I'll go ahead and say stand up for. Like, what is it that's going to have you uh, fighting? Okay, fighting. Okay, so obviously, what's going on here with the Hierophant in the reverse is that you're fighting the need to uh, not go by the book. There's a lot of major arcana that are in the reverse right now, and what the Hierophant tells me is that you're gonna have to you're trying to like move forward in a sense that you can have some new beliefs or maybe even open up your mind, open up your consciousness to new levels of awareness to new something new that you might have come into your mind that you might believe. But regardless, I feel that to whatever extent that you will be fighting it, I mean, maybe this is a belief that you're going to be fighting. Like you have had a certain belief of something for so long, and then boom, something comes or something happens that allows you to be able to change your perspective on it. And so maybe this is the acquiring of something. Maybe this is uh, becoming free from social norms. Operating on your own. Maybe you're going to have to fight for your position here shortly, a little bit. But let's see what else comes out. Let's see. Let's clarify what is making you vulnerable. Okay, so there's instability going on. Scorpio. There's going to be a lot of instability in your life. It's not going to always stay stable. The ability to stay strong even in the face of adversity, and being able to take new forms of perspectives. Even walking away from old belief systems, old patterns, and stuff like that. I do feel that one of the reasons why you feel with the energy of the Emperor in the reverse is because maybe there hasn't been the advances in love that you've been wanting. Now, maybe for some of you guys, maybe you guys have been separated. Um, Maybe to whatever degree you're looking for personal satisfaction, but you're trying to look for personal satisfaction with this other person, and it just hasn't been there. However, you do realize that you have the opportunity for personal advancement and personal satisfaction, but you feel scared. You don't feel capable of maybe possibly walking away from certain things, but this instability that you have, it's all based on not going after what you want. So if you go after what you want, it will change the circumstances under which you sit right now. How stable you are, if you're earning money, things like that. And then that will reinforce the strength that you have. You're going to be aware of your inner strength and things of that nature. Again, you guys have the Three of Wands come out too. Now, the Three of Wands it's all about planning, but it's all about being aware of what you've put out into the world and being aware of the work that you've done so far. Now, what I'm seeing here is more of the self. So I what I'm gonna do is I want to go ahead and shuffle these cards again, and the main idea is that you guys are gonna be in a good state. There's nothing to worry about. Uh, just let everything come as it comes, and just go ahead and keep living your life how you're living it. You could go ahead and maybe learn a few things that'll work to go ahead and make you a little bit more worthy, I guess, in other people's eyes. You guys are going to be focusing on third house matters of communication and building communication with other people soon enough. For those of you guys that have planets in Capricorn, those planets will be affected by Jupiter coming through at the end of the year. And of course, for for a lot of you Scorpios, you guys have Uranus in opposition to your planet in the sign of Taurus. So a lot of you guys have a lot of different relationship needs that are being taken care of, or that are, or I mean, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay. So there's a lot of relationship things that are going on. These changes in relationship are meant to make you a unique person, but it's also meant to give you that freedom that you need to be who you want to be, or to be who you need to be, without having to worry about somebody restricting you to a to a certain state or pattern of thinking and operating. So let's see what the universe has for you guys as far as an animal spirit card, and we'll see what energy you guys will be moving into after these next 28 to 31 days. And this will show some of the energy that we might see developing as you guys move into um, October. Not just September, but going into October as well. Ooh, look at that! The oyster just fell out. So I feel like maybe some of you guys might be uh, crawling inside of a shell, but it might not be the best idea. This energy is, I feel like you guys should be building yourself a foundation. You guys should be building yourself armor, so to speak, so that when it is time to do battle, that you guys will be fully prepared, so that you guys will be fully armored. And I want to go ahead and draw another one to see what kind of energy you guys will be going into. And okay, so we got the vulture. Right, so let's check out this energy between the vulture and the oyster to see what kind of energy Scorpios will be going into. Now, the oyster is water, or of the water element, and with the oyster, it's all about being patient, being a secret keeper, and hiding inner treasures. Now, I feel like this is more about the patience sector and being a secret keeper. Like, don't tell people what you're doing, but go ahead and make these changes that you need to make, and make the transformation that you need to make. The focus and the determination of the oyster is unmatched. Anything an oyster personality puts their mind to, they can achieve with grace and charm. The only problem is, oyster types often take their inner gifts for granted. They become shy or doubtful. And this is what a lot of Scorpios tend to do. So I do feel like maybe you might want to take this energy, but I do feel like you have to be uh, with the energy of the vulture, and keeping in mind the patience of the oyster. So they become shy or doubtful, and this can lead to withdrawing or protecting their deepest desires in life force. When the oyster card appears, it's important to reveal your inner treasures. What is it you've been hesitant to share? The world is waiting to see. A lot of people are going to be making presentations of sorts. They're going to be talking. They're going to be expressing themselves. And I'm pretty sure that all water signs, to one degree or another, are going to be doing that. So to bring it into balance, share something with somebody. Something that you've never shared before about yourself, and you'll find that when you're in balance, you're gonna feel blessed, you're gonna feel generous, and you're gonna feel masterful. Maybe somebody's gonna look at whatever it is that you shared, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, wow, that's really awesome." So when it's out of balance, it's reluctance, it's gripping, and it clams up. So you got to make sure that the energy that you encompass is patience, and not just hiding whatever it is that you guys have within yourself. Now let's go over to the vulture, which is the air component. And with the vulture, what I'm getting at is you guys will be picking at stuff, and uh, with the vulture is the guardian and the purifier. And vultures are what clean the animals uh, that that die off the streets. You know, they clean up the animals that die out in the wilderness, and you know the stuff that nobody else will eat, and they take care of all of that for you, for us, and they're essential for rebalance. You know, without them, the world will be a very very smelly place. The vulture is perhaps the most misunderstood creature of all. This intriguing bird balances our ecosystem and prevents the spread of disease. Um, it does the dirty work that no one else wants to do and cleans up our messes. The vulture appears when a situation arises that needs to be purified or brought back into balance. Remember, the vulture is greatly undervalued, and I feel that you guys feel that you're undervalued. That's why you have Jupiter in your second house to help rebalance who you think you are and to rebalance your self-worth, but in a big way. Remember, the vulture is greatly undervalued, and just like you guys are. And what you thought was a mistake or tragedy is a blessing in disguise, right? So I do feel like this information that is in disguise, uh, that's that's coming in for you, is when you guys clean up your space, or you know even save your house, you guys will bring it back into balance, and you guys will bring yourself back into balance. You know, getting rid of any negative energy you guys may carry with you, uh, any grudges you guys might hold, because we know Scorpios are known for holding grudges. And you'll feel clarified, but you'll also see that wisdom is going to be revealed to you. When it's out of balance, you guys are dramatic and very aggressive. We all know how aggressive Scorpions are, so you know, nothing needs to be said about that. But let's see what the universe has for you guys' uh, advice, and then we will see what you guys will need to do to come into a state where you guys can be balanced and purified, and also be able to show the world what your guys' talents are, and be able to move into a new cycle like so many other different signs are moving into. Let's see what the universe has for you guys. Ooh, okay. So something hasn't yet came to an end, and like I said, you're at the last vestiges of it. You're watching the sunset. Now, these changes aren't going to happen right away. It's going to take time for them to unfold. But what you're supposed to do is gain a certain intelligence, to gain a certain knowledge. You know, knowledge. Uh, you might have something watching over you, and if you guys see any owls, you know, during any of your nighttime, you know, going out, like say you go out of your house and you try to enjoy the nighttime air, don't be surprised if you guys see an owl watching over you guys. Now, some more advice from the universe is be on the lookout for any opportunities that arise where you can show your talents, where you can show your abilities, where you have the chance to rebalance and purify yourself. Because these 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 opportunities are there to help you reawaken yourself, and they're there to help you move on to the next level. For some of you, you guys might be going from Scorpion to Eagle phase. Some of you guys may be going from Eagle phase to Phoenix phase. And some of you guys might be reaching a new level of the Phoenix phase. So uh, each of these levels are more powerful than the previous one. Now, there is some instability here in your future. And the advice when you guys have the when you guys have the Four of Wands is don't let it, you know, kill your mood. There is always going to be instability. Change is always a constant. So um, there's still going to be reason to celebrate. It's just don't let it, you know, knock you too much off kilter. Just, you know, involve yourself in yin yoga or something like that to rebalance yourself. In, you know, go to a body of water that could rebalance you too. And of course, you know, this is a time to go out by yourself. This isn't the time to try to join groups and stuff like that. This is a time when you're supposed to be rebuilding your self-worth at least until the month of December when uh, Jupiter goes into your third house and goes into the sign of Capricorn, where you will be building with other people. You will be involving yourself with a lot of different people, and you guys will be expressing yourself like the Emperor, like the Mars energy that you guys can encompass. Now, the Emperor is one of those good cards to see in the upright, and in your guys' reading, it showed up in the reverse. But I do feel that, to whatever sense, you guys will be rebalancing your energy, and you guys will be sitting like emperors, and you guys will have full control of the situation. At that point, the sun will set on whatever empire you guys had before, and the death card will go ahead and uh, flip itself into the upright. And once that sun sets and the new sun comes up, you guys will be emperors. Very, very good. So I hope this was very, very helpful to you guys. If this resonated with you guys at all, please like, share, and subscribe. Go ahead and hit that notification bell after you subscribe, and so you guys can be notified at any videos. This is for your sun sign and for your rising sign. So if you guys feel that you resonated with this, please share it so that other people can hear this message also. And for cross watchers, this could be a message for you as well. Now, as I was telling so many other signs, I don't know if I said it at the beginning of this video, I will be on more often and I will be posting more videos. And hopefully I can get more messages out there, and so people can be aware of the things that are going to be happening in the future. So with that, I bid thee farewell, and love and light to every one of you guys, to you Scorpios, and I hope that this month turns out to be a very transformational month for you guys, and also moving on into October. Till then, this is David with Tarot and Astrology for All, and I hope you guys maintain a peaceful sense of balance during this